Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Scenarios. This is where we look at things in the NBA that are never going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if. And before we get started here, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you guys so much for 9,000 subscribers. That is 9,000 more than I thought I would get before I started YouTube. So thank you all so much for that. I love each and every one of you guys so much. Even the trolls, you know, y'all help. But before we get started with the scenario, guys, let's get this video to 81 likes. 81 likes in honor of Kobe Bryant. The next scenario, guys, we are going to be looking at what would happen if Kobe Bryant never got traded from the Charlotte Hornets on draft night. Yes, one of the greatest shooting guards of all time, and how he would have affected that team. Well, at least for one season. So be sure to like this video, guys, and we'll get to that next episode. This episode, you guys see from the title, we are going to be looking at the Cleveland Cavaliers and Andrew Wiggins, and how this team would be if this young man never got traded to the Timberwolves. At the same time, we got Kevin Love over on the Timberwolves, so we're also going to see how they do. And looking at the Cavaliers rotation, it actually somewhat works. You know, they got Andrew Wiggins at the shooting guard position, which is fine. He's listed as a small forward. I know he can play either way. You know, he is, 6'8". I mean, actually, from a shooting standpoint, not that great a shooter according to 2K. I think he'll definitely improve on that over time, but he's still a very young player. And, of course, you got Lebron James at small forward, no replacing him. Kyrie Irving, so that's a nice little young backcourt. Kyrie, only 23 years of age. Tristan Thompson, who they just signed to all that money out there. Like, he'll be good over there on the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got Timothy Mozgov, who's a serviceable center. The bench is a little interesting, though, with all these guys, because you got point guard, shooting guard, center, shooting guard. Not a lot of backup small forward, power forward, big men out there. So we'll see how the team does with that. You know, of course, in real life, trades would happen to kind of accommodate that, but we're not looking at that. But then you look at the other side of the spectrum. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rosters here and go take a look real quick at the Timberwolves, see how they look out there. And you're actually looking at Kevin Love, 85 overall, already the best rated player on the team, because we all know the T-Wolves are not that great. But, you know, a nice little front court there with K-Love and K-Town, so that's pretty good. Ricky Rubio, Pekovic, very good center out there. Zach LaVine, he could probably play shooting guard. You know, still got Kevin Martin, Dieng, they're all good. Muhammad, up-and-comer in this league, and then KG out there. So, you know, we'll see how they do. But this is more dedicated towards the Cleveland Cavaliers and Andrew Wiggins. So, let's go ahead and simulate this whole season and see how we do. Look at the stats. See how we do against the Warriors. It's a big thing, you know, because, of course, in the finals last year, let me do this real quick here, simulate through date. According to last year, there was a lot of injuries in the finals. You know, there's no getting away from that. And it resulted in the Golden State Warriors obviously being the Cavaliers. So we'll kind of see how Andrew Wiggins does against that team and really the whole team in general. And just go from there. Now, looking at hindsight, I don't like the Kevin Love trade. I know at the time it sounded really good because Kevin Love was putting up like 25 points and 15 rebounds a game, putting up really good numbers. But now you look at him, and I feel like the reason he did so well on the Timberwolves is because there wasn't a lot of players there, and he was kind of the alpha dog, and now he's kind of taking the back seat to LeBron James. I mean, everybody would, and even Kyrie Irving's at times. Like whenever Kevin Love shoots, I feel like in his mind he's like, yo, you cool with this, LeBron? Can I shoot this? Can I shoot this, LeBron? You cool with this? Like, I just feel like he's more passive now, and he's not that same aggressive player. They use him more as a pick and pop player, and for the money they pay him, they could do a lot better. Not a lot better, but they could find the same results in a different player at a cheaper price. Like maybe like a Ersan Ilyasova, Ryan Anderson, maybe even a Markieff Morris who can stretch the floor pretty good. So I don't know. I just feel like what Kevin Love brings for that price, you know, he's still a good player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's not the greatest fit. And that's fine. You know, not every good player is going to fit into a team system. So it's nothing against it there. But look at the record here, guys. Andrew Wiggins doing something out there, and really just not having Kevin Love. I mean, this team was looking really good. You know, we're kind of fluctuating between first place and second place here. Record looking pretty decent. We're going to hit 40 wins here in a quick minute, and we actually just did. But, you know, first place across the board, so I wasn't really paying attention to the Golden State Warrior games. Did we lose those and win those? I don't really know. Let's check real quick here, just to see. Okay, we blew them out, 109-86 here. Let's check out the box score real quick. Wow, Tristan Thompson, like, you know, he's a good player, so I'm kind of curious how he would step up with a starting role. Andrew Wiggins, decent numbers. And, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Any more games against them? Beat the 76ers, the toughest team in the league. I was joking, guys. If anybody thinks I was serious, I'm sorry. 106-85 here, so, yeah, we're doing good against the damn. Steph Curry, 47 points. Kyrie putting up good numbers, too. So, yeah, Let's finish up the season, though. We'll check out the overall stats. And, of course, we're making the playoffs, so we'll see how we do there. Simulate through date. Only got a few more games left here in the season. We definitely gonna hit 50 wins. Probably in the upper 50s, if you know, my guess is. Because we're not losing a lot of games. And, wow, we are actually killing out here, guys. We are killing, man. So I'm going to guess, like, 57. 57 wins. Can I get 57 wins? Oh, yeah, we can hit 57, man, for sure, man, for sure. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Oh, we got 2 more left. Oh, my God, 4-game losing streak. 5-game losing streak. I'm trying to make a prediction, and we lose 5 in a row. So, not looking good going into the season here, guys. We are on a 5-game losing streak. We had to get all of our system, right? I totally just jinxed this team. So let's go ahead and simulate playoffs real quick. We are a 2nd seed because of that 5-game losing streak going against the Milwaukee Bucks. We better not get eliminated, man. Before we do this, let's check the season statistics. Player stats, we got LeBron James, 24 points a game. Kyrie Irving, second leading scorer with Andrew Wiggins, 21 points. Andrew Wiggins only 13 points. You know, at the end of the day, man, think about the Timberwolves is that Kevin Love was the best player on that team. Andrew Wiggins, the best player on that team. When you go to a team with LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, the fact of the matter is that your scoring is going to go down. It just is. So it does make sense. So, I don't know. And Mo Williams shot pretty good. Thompson, you know, of course, got rebounds out there. And also, let's check out the T-Wolves real quick, see how they're doing. Kevin Love went up to about 20 points a game and 10 rebounds. 11 rebounds, closer to that. And a few assists. So, I mean, his numbers went up a little bit. I don't know if we can see, like, his averages from years prior. I'm sure there's a way. I'm just an idiot and don't know how to. So, oh, here we go. So, you know, you look at Minnesota in 13-14, 26 points per game. Went to Cleveland, went down to 16 points a game. Then went back to Minnesota, went up to about 20 points a game. So, some of that, he's not really old, actually. So, it's not like he's, like, old and on the decline. It's just the teams are different, and really this season right here where we had 26 and averaged about 13 rebounds, that was just a really good season. And looking at his season past, you know, 26 right there, but a lot of just 20 points per game seasons and stuff like that. So right around his average, I guess. I don't see him in the playoffs, though. You look at the left side, I don't see him in the playoffs, so maybe it was time to make some moves out there. Let's simulate the playoffs. Let's not get knocked out. We just got swept. We got swept by the Milwaukee Bucks, guys. So, we lost the last 5 games, and we just got swept. So, that's a 9-game losing streak to end our season. So, I don't know what went wrong, but at the end of the day, looking at the record, it seems like the Cavaliers would still be the Cavaliers with Andrew Wiggins instead of Kevin Love. Maybe not lose that bad. I don't think that's very realistic, but hey, it's 2K. You know, you get what you get. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Once again, thank you for 9K subscribers, and please be sure to like this video because next episode, Kobe Bryant on the Charlotte Hornets. Peace out, my friends.